We're now going to have a look at linking and links inside CSS. Now obviously we're not going to create the code, we'll get the code created for us in Dreamweaver, but what we'll do is, in this template there is no links, there is no internal or external linking, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a link. I'm just going to select the first few words, I'm just going to type in a link. So we've got a link to Google, and I'm going to say about blank, like so. Now obviously, as stated before, this template has an actual CSS assigned to this already, but it's okay, we're going to go ahead and kind of write over that, just for as demonstration purposes, so you guys get an understanding of how page properties work and the changes they make. Go ahead and click page properties, and we can go ahead and go to links. Now what happens, as default, links inside a web page are always governed by blue, so they're always blue and they always have an underline by them. Of course this does not really look aesthetically pleasing, so what we can do is we can have links as same as page font, which was Times New Roman, and we can also change the link color. So I'm going to go ahead and use a red, and for the rollover link, when we roll over it, I'll say green. And we've got underline style. Now this is a really good way to make rollover links, and there are many other ways that we can make rollover links. However, using CSS is one of the easiest ways, and I recommend you guys using rollover links in XHTML using CSS. Select underline line style, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say hide underline rollover. It's always a good idea to have hide underline on rollover, simply because users are looking for a link which has an underline. A link's always recognizable as having an underline underneath it, so showing that and hiding it when the user rolls over is a bit more looks a bit more like a link aesthetically. So we can go ahead and click apply, and you can see that visually there. If I select OK, if I save this and I refresh my browser, and there we go, we can see that it changes color when I hover over. Not the best of colors, but you get the idea, and the link disappears as well. The underline, sorry, disappears as well. And we can go back to page properties, and we can go to links, and we can play around with some of the other features as well. You can have show underline on rollover only. That's quite cool as well. I'll save that. Okay, so you get the idea. And the headings is basically, we can specify H1, H2, H3, which is various different headings, and have a different font for those specific headings if we wanted to. And we can then have a look at title and encoding, which I'll kind of come back to, and I think I've covered this in previous tutorials with the DTD, which is the document type definition, which is XHTML 1.0 transitional, which is fine. And tracing image, we don't really need to do anything for these last two tabs. We can go ahead and click apply and click OK. In the next tutorial, I'll have a look at some of the other features associated with page properties, and of course the CSS style sheet is generated.